Elisa grew up in New England eating seafood, so she knows her fish. She takes us to a San Francisco place that showcases the essence of the ocean. Elevated dishes are paired with an expertly curated beer list. Prepare to dive in to Bar Crudo.
Bar Crudo is first of all a neighborhood restaurant. We cater to the locals. That's one of the reasons we started Happy Hour, is to make something casual and approachable to all our neighborhood people. And then after Happy Hour, it becomes more of a fine dining destination. My name is Tim Silvera, and this is Bar Crudo. Well, when I originally got to San Francisco, I started off in IT, and I was in the first .com phase. I was telling everybody I was going to open a brewery, and that was my real passion. My brother was a chef in the city, so we decided that we wanted to open up an oyster bar. No, San Francisco didn't have very many seafood places, not in the cuisine that we wanted to do. We wanted to do a little higher end raw bar, and then just add some other unique type of dishes to it.
My name's Melissa Perfit, I'm the executive chef. With the hot dishes, I just try to have a selection where, there's something that's really accessible, there's a filleted piece of fish that's the easiest thing to eat, and then also maybe the harder to eat things, a crab in the shell and a head-on shrimp. The chowder always stays on, so, that'll never go away.
The basic idea of crudo is a piece of raw fish cut sashimi style. Basically sea salts, olive oils on top just to dress it up. But we actually start adding different combinations of local and seasonal ingredients. I just love being in the restaurant business. I just love the vibe. I love the people coming in. I like seeing people happy, and I like seeing them get excited about the food. I just love our customers.
All right, Elisa, crudo means raw. Right. So this place is all about some delicious raw fish.
It definitely is. I've heard it described in a few different ways. I've heard people call it Italian sushi. It's raw fish, right, but it's served more with Mediterranean flavors and citruses. So I always order the crudo when I go there.
And what do you typically get when you go?
I typically over-order.
Again, a theme I think there's
yeah.
Absolutely.
So I usually try to go with a lot of people. That's the secret, because I want to have everything.
Right.
But I always have the chowder. The chowder is
oh my God, yes,
my favorite. It's so good because it's different than what I grew up with. Growing up in New England, it was always clam chowders. And I've had all the variations of clam chowders, but this really has like chunks of fish and squid and mussels and white fish. It has bacon in it. There's a little bit of hot sauce. It's just a very unique
Eric's over there shaking his head going, yes.
It's also this bit of acidity, and it's not like gloppy or thick. It's like potatoes are separated from this creamy broth. Yeah, it was really, hands down, one of the best chowders I've had.
And then it is. Ever.
Really
yeah,
delicious.
It's good.
Not clam chowder, but seafood chowder. I mean, it was really just phenomenal.
I started with crudo, and it's a good starter. Small portions. It sort of sets the tone for the rest of the meal about what they do with food there. And so I got the sampler, which was 4 different types of crudo. Right. Our server actually remembered where all these fish came from too, which everyone at the table was impressed that she knew where all these different fish came from.
It's a well-educated staff, absolutely.
Yes, they really knew their stuff. And the pairings were interesting. I think one had some kind of citrus rind, parsley or some kind of oil, and then the other one had chili flakes and chorizo oil.
Chorizo oil
and that was,
on the butterfish.
Yes.
And that one was my favorite. That one was outstanding. Yeah. Just nice and buttery. It did taste. I see why they call it a butterfish. That name is not a misnomer. So
one of my favorite items is the lobster beet salad, again because I love beets, but I also love lobster, and they're both served chilled, and they're just the right texture, and the sweetness of the beets, but also the chicories that it comes with, so that kind of balances it out. Really light vinaigrette, and then it comes with some almonds on it, so every time I have it I love it.
Yeah, I'm going back, and that's what I'm going to get.
It's really, really decadent. It's really nice.
I wanted to try that as well. You're limited because it's more expensive.
It is.
You feel limited by what you can get there, and you don't want to take fish to go. So
yeah.
Which we had oysters too. We did have the oysters, which were lovely. We had a selection of oysters and a lovely little mignonette.
Absolutely. And what about the crab?
The crab, when they described it as a half crab, and I expected them to actually bring out half a crab. I was disappointed when they brought it out because they just brought out the front and back legs. But they made up for it because they kept bringing us out bread. And the crab itself was excellent. They warned us that it would be messy, and we spent probably 20 minutes cracking our way through the crab, and it was excellent. I was
So
really
I need to
glad
go
I
back
got
for
it.
lobster salad and crab.
Yeah.
Crab, lobster salad, crab, and beer. You might have to try some beer.
Absolutely.
And what about the whole fish?
The whole fish is the bronzino, and it's not the easiest thing to eat because, you know, this one comes with the head on. They bring it in front of you and they don't debone it, but they bring it, and I don't think they have the capacity there to do that. Like you said, it's pretty small. They usually have a few servers and a very small kitchen, but it's served whole, and this time it came with an uni sauce. So it had uni and daikon and mint. And
It can't be bad.
Oh, no.
fantastic.
It's got a nice decor, doesn't it? It has a nice ambiance.
It really does. I was so impressed by what a tight, small space it was, but it was so cozy. And there's this like little lofty seating in back above the kitchen. It's really, really cozy.
I like behind the bar where you can see they have those shelves with the lobster and the crab and all the oysters on ice back there, and you watch them take those down, and
Screams fresh.
Yeah, it was really fresh. I was impressed by that.
Tasted it too.
All right, Elisa, this is your spot. Give us a quick summary.
I'd say for a modern, whimsical take on seafood, go to Bar Crudo on Divisadero. And they also have an excellent curated list of craft beer and local wine.
All right, and Adam.
Bar Crudo is an excellent place to go if you're looking for fresh seafood at a place with a flair for presentation. That's the place to go.
And Eric.
Oh, Bar Crudo, amazing happy hour, fresh, inventive, flavorful seafood.
If you would like to try Bar Crudo, it's located on Divisadero Street between Grove and Hayes in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-409-0679. It's open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Reservations are recommended, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $45.
Check Please Bay Area is made possible by the members of KQED and by IRG has in-trend surfaces, quieter marbles, and rare exotics. Over 10,000 slabs in stock today. IRG in Brisbane and Dublin and at marblecompany.com.
Mattress systems from European Sleepworks, working to improve comfort and wellness for over 40 years. At Adeline and Ashby in Berkeley. Online at sleepworks.com.
Oakland International Airport. Now with flights all over the world. iFlyOAK.com.
Sutter Health CPMC, 7,000 employees, nurses, and physicians caring for their communities every day. Your city, your hospital. CPMC2020.org. La Tour Angèle Artisan Oils, French-inspired and handcrafted in Northern California. La Tour Angèle creates natural, healthy cooking oils that add new flavor to everyday dishes.
Support for KQED comes from Total Wine & More, offering more than 8,000 wines, 2,500 beers, and 3,000 spirits. Total Wine & More, now with 6 Bay Area locations.